Hi all, welcome back to more Europa Universalis. This is the ambitious Margrave solo scenario. It's my part 32. So just carrying on to finish the end of round 3. Yeah, that's right. We've done the peace and we started the peace and rebels phase. We've just finished step D, which is the peace resolution. So looking here on, I keep thinking to myself, please stop going back to the rulebook and just in the camera and all that, Grant. Just sometimes you just need to talk about what you're doing rather than showing this, because it is an awful. It's quite awkward at times and probably soaks up more time than. That's why the videos drag on a bit. But anyway, we'll see. So this is the bot side that. So we've got prestige penalties resolved as normal. Interregnums bots are not affected. Religious dissent. Hang on a second. Yeah, hang on, sorry. Let's just look at this. Peace resolution performed in turn order as normal. Human players can resolve peace with bot enemies as described in the main rules. When is a bot's turn to resolve peace, it uses the flowchart on page 15, which we looked over. If a bot is now at peace, remove the bot's army from the map unless the bot has any towns with unrest or rebel towns on them in the area where their army is located. If a bot is fully annexed by that does not apply. Well, yeah, it looks like the bot's army is going to come off the map. And right enough, it's maybe not wanting to be sitting down here. It probably wants to go off so that it can come back in and go to where it wants, because it is in an area where there is no unrest. So we're going to take him off the map, put him up there. So kind of missed that bit, because he has that piece. Well, this is what we think. Like I say, there was no real mention of the award tokens coming off, but I can't see why they would still be at war when they've taken over the towns here. Well, actually they weren't able to fix all the unrest in the other one that they took, but the army wasn't there. The army was down there, so I'm assuming the army still has to come off the map, because it does say where the army is located, unrest where the army is located. That wasn't the case. Right, let's go back and move on. Actually, I will. I'm just going to keep the camera up here just now until we need to look at something. So, prestige penalties resolved as normal. Interregnums, bots are not affected by this. Religious dissent, bots gain a maximum of 1 unrest in this step. Well, we are going to have to deal with a bit of that, I think. So, let's check prestige penalties. Was it page 9 this? Yeah, it is, yeah. So prestige penalties, disputed succession. Flip over all royal marriage that still display the disputed succession side. Well, that's not the case. Hold on. I don't think this should be like this anymore either, Grant. Was there not a step in the peace resolution where that got flipped over? Sure there was. How have I missed that then as well? Victor's human employer. End all such wars. No, it's not that bit. There's a bit that says remove all. Right. How am I missing peace resolution? Yeah, it's the aftermath bit. Yeah, again. See, Martin's right. There's just so many bits that you've got to come. There's so many different bits that you've got to look, isn't there? There's the peace resolution. So when we've done this for us, here's the steps that you go through. Because I didn't come back to this. I just looked at the flowchart, but the flowchart did not give me this, the aftermath bit. And I think I missed this before, didn't I? I mean, okay, the flowchart is just So, turn order, resolve all wars where automatic white peace. Well, there was none of that. Turn order, resolve all wars where total victory. Then handle all remaining wars. Okay. And then, see, all that is on the flowcharts, and this bit is not. I can see anyway. Unless I'm missing that. So this says, finally handle aftermath. Returning any land units and neutral areas to the owner's realms. Yeah. Well, we did read that bit somewhere else. And then flipping all active allies back to their allied side and discarding all allied units for all player realms that are now at peace. So yes, indeed, this should be flipped to its back to its alliance side. And we need that because we want to do stuff in there. And that's us now not at war. Right, okay, back to... It's not grand. You said you weren't gonna come down to the book. So prestige penalties, yeah, disputed succession. Well, we've none of that, have we? No, there's no marriages on their other side. So and the bot deals with that as normal. He's not got any either. Person now have towns that are occupied by enemies or rebels. Yeah, there's none of that. Interregnum, that's if we've got not got a ruler. Well, we have. He does have a wound, but yeah, and probably going to lose him next round, but we'll see. So then on to religious dissent, and it said, or did it say the bot deals with us? Bots gain a maximum of 1 unrest in this step, so sounds like you can actually gain more than that. So players who have religious dissent, a religion other than their state religion. Well, we do, because we've got a diverse faiths, and Denmark do as well, because they've got diverse faiths. Austria removed theirs, so they do not. So if you've got that, players who have a religious dissent, a religion other than state religion, in any of their areas. Now there's religious dissent in here as well, but that's not any of our areas. There's not any provinces owned by any of the players in that realm. So in that area, sorry. So they must add unrest to one of their towns. What that's to reveal in each affected area. Players who have vassals in any areas where religion other than their state religion must, in one affected area, either remove one influence or add unrest to one of their vassals there. So we've got to pick, we've got to flip one of our towns. Well, it's got to be this one, isn't it? Well, it can be the big one, but I don't think we want to do that. So that's going into unrest. Now for Denmark, again, they're not going to pick a big town. Oh, they've got one unrest away at the back there, yeah. So they're not going to pick a big town, they're going to pick a small town alphabetically first. So, what's that going to be? We've got an H up there. Yeah, Bergslagen's been selected because it was... we've got an H here. H-O, H-A, honours, G... Oh, no, that's a big town, though. So, housing land up there, I think. Yes, so it's going to be that one, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so... And Denmark would only be able to get one. So, well, I don't see how you were getting. Well, if you've got vassals, well, they don't have vassals either. Oh, it could be in each area, could it? In each affected area, yeah. Oh well, wait now. Sorry, no, that's rubbish. That's not in religious dissent. That area, is it? The area is his capital area. So. Schwaland and Thin. So it's got to be his capital that takes it then, surely. Now, like I say, these are these are islands, but that's, my understanding is that's a separate area for that, because it's got a name. These have all got different names, yeah. Yeah, and that's where the diverse faiths is. And the reason it's saying it would restrict it by just one, because if this diverse faith was in other areas, then they would only get one. Whereas if we had it in our other areas, we would have to take more than one. So yeah, it looks like it's going on his big town then. Okay. So that's religious dissent dealt with. So then gain, remove unrest. So for the bots, it says bots gain 2 unrest for being at war. They're not. Then if a bot has an administrative idea, it will remove 1 to 2 accordingly. That's not. Bots haven't done any ideas yet. No. So, and then for us, that step, gain, remove unrest. Players still at war must add 2 unrest. Players with less, negative stability or positive stability would adjust things. So nothing happening there. And then the final step of the Peace and Rebels phase, I, is roll rebel dice. Bots resolve this as described under rebel dice rolls on page 4. And it says for us, each player must roll a rebel die for each of their towns or vassals with unrest. Rebel dice are rolled on a per area basis. Yeah, well, it's done differently for them, isn't it? Per area basis. Possible outcomes of these dice rolls are described on page 37. When it says page 4 back there, Grant, it means page 4 of the solo rules, doesn't it? Indeed. Yeah, so bots roll rebel dice for all their unrest at once, not area by area, and they roll a maximum of 5 rebel dice. Right, let me keep that open there and we'll just do the bots first. So I suppose in turn order it would have been Austria. Austria have 1 unrest here. Right, give me a sec. Right, so yeah, Austria have 1 unrest, so they're going to roll 1 rebel dice then. Yeah? Yeah, I think so. That's fine. So let's get 1 rebel dice and see what they get. It's not. I noticed the results for them are not so painful. Well, I think that's the sort of worst one that they can get. I want to say, because that is a rebellion, which we seem to be rolling quite a lot. So, bot can lose a maximum of 1 bot power. Use standard bot choice processes. Yeah, I mean, it just says it's a rebellion there, so is there anything about rebellions in the bot? I don't think so. I think it must just be something that you just look at the main rules for. So rebellions 37 and 41. 37 talks about the actual dice rolls, right? No, it explains it here as well. Yeah, well, again, I'm not going to go down and look at it. I'm going to just read it rather than move the camera. It's on page 37 under the Rule 14 Rebellion. If you have any military units in the area you roll for, remove 1 of your units there as a casualty for each rebellion result rolled. Well, no, he doesn't have any units in the area. If you have no units to remove, you must assign each rebel. It's a rebel town, yeah. So each rebellion result to 1 of your towns/vessels with unrest. Yeah, okay, so he's going to get this rebellion on the town with unrest. And then it says, in that area, rebels will siege, take control of the province you assign the rebellion to. If you assign it to a core province, you must place a rebel town on top of your... Now, is that a core province? Oh, it's maybe not. Is this not an area they've... Oh, no, it is, because it's got the core token in it, isn't it? So it isn't... It wasn't a core province, however, the core token makes it core. So that means that just goes on top of that, because if it wasn't core, that town would get removed, I think. So, yeah. If you assign it to a core province, you must place a rebel town on top of your town and cover the corresponding slot on the town or vassal track. Ah, yeah. Alright, where do we get the cube for that then? Well, again, I guess we come from spent bot power. It's not going to matter now anyway. So we've got to take a cube from here and place that on there. So it covers that up. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then what is it that does? Ah, yeah, rebel unit siege in phase 3, step C. Page 9. In phase 3, step C. Is that not going back a step? Is that not something that might happen next turn if it's still like that? Phase 3, step C. Yeah, that's rebel siege or move. Core provinces, no. For areas with both rebels and... Wait, hang on, I'm not getting that. Phase 3, step C. Rebels will lay siege to any provinces with unrest that they are able. Each rebel has a siege strength of 1. But that's not... Oh, hang on. Sieging rebel towns. When sieging a rebel town, simply remove the rebel town along with any... No, that's when you're sieging it back. Maybe this is all this does. It basically covers the town and then takes basically stopping your income and your manpower coming in. I mean, I think maybe that's all that does. I don't think it... It's just, I think the annoying part is what I'm looking at here is this. This is what I looked at. I think I looked at this before. It says rebel unit sieging, and it's got the picture of the wee rebel town here. But I think this is when you've got rebels in the area that they might then do this as well or something. Yeah. Okay. Right, so I think that's Austria done with its rebel dice. So now we need to look at Denmark next. Now they've got 2. They've got this one that they've just done and then this one. So they've got a large town and a small town, but it's just 2. So they're going to roll 2 rebel dice. And again, it's 2 separate areas there where if this was us right now, we'd be rolling for this area 1 dice and we roll that area 1 dice. But they roll them both at once, so it actually makes it a bit better for them. But that seems to be the norm. So they're rolling 2 dice at once. Oh, great. That's a great result for them. So nothing, and this one removes some unrest. So I think that's going to be straightforward, Grant. I don't even think you're going to have to remove 1 unrest. Well, it's got a choice of 2, you can see, but it's clearly going to remove this one. Because it's a large town, yeah. And that would be the whole tax value thing. Right, and then, so us now. We've got 1, haven't we? Yeah, we just got the 1. So this is 1 dice. And, yeah, well, here we go. Oh, that's a power, isn't it? Lose 1 monarch power. I think it's off my choice, is it? Discard 1 monarch from a monarch power pool of your choice and return it to the supply. Oh well. Yeah, okay. It maybe could have been one. It's not very great, was it? Urgh. Right, well, I guess I'll take it from administrative then. Yeah, because I know I'm wanting to do that alliance card, probably the subjugate card. So I'm going to need that. And plus this gives an extra 3. Well, 4. I'm going to get 4 for that. Right, okay. So not perfect there. We could have done with the unrest one or just a blank there, and that would have been better, I think. But that's fine. Okay, so that's the rebel dice done, I think. Where are we? Roll rebel dice. Right, so that's Peace and Rebels phase done. So incoming upkeep, Again, I'm just looking at the bot bit first. I think we can go through the bot part here completely first, then do ours, then do the clean up phase with the bot, and then do ours. I don't think we need to look at these steps individually. So refresh bot power, discard all spent bot power, and replenish available according to the chosen difficulty level. So it's 7 we're doing. So they're going to gain 7, and then they would gain another one if they had 20 small towns. None of that, or 8 large towns in play. So none of that. So they're going to gain 7. Austria. This would all be discarded, but I'm just going to transfer 7 across. 2, 3. Right, hang on. Pause just now. Right, that's 7 being added across there, and let me move 7 across to there. Well, again, these are all discarded, but we're then adding 7 from the supply. Okay, it looks like they've got the exact same amount, haven't they? 4, 8, 12, 16, so they've both got 16 power. Okay, bot Emperor. If the Emperor is a bot, roll die. Oh yeah, we've got to roll and see if it might change. It went up a step last time, so I think there's more chance of it maybe dropping down. Yeah, I think so. I roll a 2. I think that might be the case. What does it tell us? Oh yeah, you base it on page 45. You base it on if it's an NPR or something. So I roll a 2 as it'll decrease by 1 if the roll is 2 lower than the current. 2 or more lower than the current. So it's on 4, which is... Yeah, that is 2. We rolled a 2. And that is 2 lower than the current, so it is going to drop, yeah. Struggling to work that one out. So it drops down to +3 again, so they only get the 1 power. So then going back, it says... Bot Emperor gains extra bot power equal to the... Yeah, so it's only going to gain 1, and it's not at 6, it doesn't get the prestige. So it's going to gain 1 extra for that. Oops. Yeah, sometimes started to wonder about maybe using dice up there, but it means I've got to have a dice there and a dice there and dice there, dice there. Maybe less fiddly, to be honest. Maybe I need to hunt out more white and red dice. I'll persevere just now. That's fine. Right, so that's a bot power dealt with. And then Papal Controller, well, nobody's a Papal Controller. There's no cardinals up there at all. So that's not going to happen. So that's the incoming upkeep phase done for the bot. Can we carry on with the cleanup? No, I better not. I better go back and do the incoming upkeep phase for us first. Right, so for us, are we going to cut any costs, which is fire advisors, disband military units, recall ships at sea? Well, hang on. Should we still have an allied unit there? No, we should not, should we? In fact, did it not actually say that when I was reading it? Now, where was that? Peace and Rebels. Oh, that was just back a page, Grant. Yeah. Final handle of the aftermath, returning any land units in neutral areas to their owners' realms, flipping all active allies back to their allied side, and discarding all allied units for all player realms that are now at peace. So yeah, so that is not in the army anymore. Yeah, because the alliance isn't active again. Yeah. Okay, so we've got an artillery unit in our army, so this is going to be 1 cost to keep it in the army. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Well, yeah, I am, because it costs what, 6 to move that across. It costs 6 for an artillery unit. So yeah, it's certainly worthwhile paying to keep it there. Right, so I'm not going to disband any military units or recall ships at sea. Well, none ships, or fire any advisors. So then we're going to collect income minus cost. So I'll just do it like I've done it before though. I'll collect income first. And then I'll subtract, or then I'll just take out of my treasury what's needed. I dare say you could do it all at once, but that's kind of how I prefer. So I've got 5 and 4 now. Look at that, 9. I've got 9 ducats of income. So I'm going to take a 10 there and put 1 back. So that was that. That's a base tax income for the small and large towns with no vassals. So you would score some money for them as well, but none of that. What else we got? So then it's the upkeep. So advisor upkeep, as stated on the card, 1 to 4D per advisor. People controller would pay 1 ducat fewer per advisor, which would be nice. I know it's a bit glary here, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, unfortunately. So, yeah, so that 9 that we just earned. In fact, and then when it comes to my military units, did I say it was 9 or 8? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then we're going to pay 1 for that as well, aren't we? Yeah, you'd been better just adding it up and subtracting it, Grant, to be honest. So it's 8 for our advisor upkeep, and then 1 because it's a regular unit. It doesn't cost any more because it's artillery, and it just says 1 per regular unit. So that would be 9. So the 9 money that we made ended up being nothing. Okay. Well, we still got an okay amount of money, and we don't have any loans. And then interest on loans, well, like I say, we don't have any plague effects, none of that. Plus or minus modifier for stability, no. I think I'd like to try and work on that if I could. Well, that didn't help by me losing one of these though. I noticed I was watching a bit more Bridger stuff. There's a card that can increase your stability, administrative power card. It also removes an unrest as well. It seems like a really good card. I think it costs 3 of this, maybe, or is it maybe even 2? No, I think it's 3. Anyway, no modifiers there. We are not the Emperor. We have not got ideas. There is no corruption. And then we collect our monarch power. So we're going to get, based on our leader, not sure if you can see that well, but for administrative we're getting 1 for the ruler and 3 there. So we're going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 5. And then for the diplomatic power we're getting 3 and 2's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then military 3 from the ruler and 2 as well, so that's 5 as well, but we didn't have any there, did we? 2, 4 and 5. Well, that's pretty good then. And then again, we're not the papal controller, we're not the emperor, the HRE. We've not got stability adjustments to look at. Score prestige. A player who's uncontested papal controller scores prestige, or the emperor would score if it's at 6. None of that. No crusades. Right, so that's us on to clean up. Yeah, it's quite quick going through these steps, really, to be honest, isn't it? Right, so I'll do the bot first. I'll be shuffling these decks up probably. Clean up phase, update manpower reserve. Yeah, so the bots, manpower, match or town track, and yeah, they get 3 for the HRE Emperor. So they're getting, remember this one's not counting, so this is 6, 9, and 3 for the Emperor is 12. So, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're going to get 1 more. And that will go, well, if it was us, it would go in available, wouldn't it? So is that not the same for them? Always return units from the manpower reserve to supply first. Update boats manpower to match their town track. minimum 3. Always return units from the reserve to supply first if it's been reduced. Well, I'm going to just put in available because it doesn't say there where it goes when you get more. It just says where you take them from when you get less. But if I come back to hours, I'm pretty sure it does state that. Adding units from supply to available. So surely there's... Oh, hang on though. This isn't available. This is army grant. They don't have an available. They just have a manpower reserve and an army. So it must go in there. Right. Okay. Fair enough. And then the Danish... I've got 4, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they've got a complete. And yeah, it's fine. I'm still having them in the armies, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. So and then colonists, there's none of that. All bought to player realm alliances end, none of that. Bought emperor, imperial influence. If the emperor's a bought, imperial influence is adjusted to match current. Right, actually they dropped one back, so I want to say that. Oh, actually it's maybe not that simple, is it? Because we've got to put a cube back up there. Well, they want one in there. They want one in there for sure. So that one's got to go back on the track. So where do they want this one? What area where it would require the least prestige influence for the bot to get the most? Ah, okay. So, well, no, actually, no, it is still in there. I'm forgetting that the white one is theirs. So that's going to go stay in there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then reshuffle bot deck. Right. So these don't go back. So I'm going to just set that aside. If there's any events or ideas, they always go back in. There is not. So we take half of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's handy. So I'm shuffling these. Reshuffle half of the remaining used bot cards round up. So done a wee shuffle there. And then we'll take 1, 2, 3 of them. I will look at the rest. And these other 3 plus that focus card gets removed for this next era. And we'll shuffle them up shortly. But let's deal with this as well. Oh. Yeah, no, I was doing them both. So this gets removed. And then again, if there's any events or ideas, there is not. Right, this time we do have an odd number. So is it round? Reshuffle half of the remaining used bot cards round up. So that means we're going to shuffle 2 back in, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Right, so shuffle. We're going to shuffle that one and that one back in. And then this one's going to get removed with the focus card. That's set aside. And I will shuffle the 2 decks now. Alright, so that's in both shuffled up. There's not an awful lot of cards left in that, only 10 I think. So anyway, that's it. So that's everything. Apart from, well, us to deal with our bit. Our clean up. So go back to page 9, actually it's probably page 10. I think it is. So clean up, update and refresh. All players must disband all allied units from their armies, placing them in available manpower. Oh, okay. But no, we don't have an allied unit left because we're not at war anymore. Yeah. Discarding all allied units. Yeah, so if we were still at war right now, we would disband the units from the armies. And they would go into reserve. Reserve or available? They would go into available. But we're not at war anymore, and that's why the allied unit's away. Right. Okay. Update manpower reserve to reflect new totals if they've changed. Count deployed regular units part of this. Total increased by adding units from supply to available. Well, we shouldn't be reducing it, so I would hope not. So we've got 3 and then 2 there's 5, and remember we've got the +1, so we've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're getting 2 more. That's good, and they're going available. 1, 2. Yeah, we're getting a bit of an army together now. Start to see how this game works a bit regarding that situation. And then refresh exhausted and repair heavy ships and ports. Move half of exhausted, but a minimum of 3. So we are getting these 2 guys back as well. And available. So we've got 5 available units, and we've got 1 artillery unit in their army. Okay. Refresh all merchants. We did use 1, so we'll stand him back up. Add colonists, none of that. Remove any cubes from the change national focus. We did not use the change national focus. Board, right, and then board is status map, clean up, remove alliances from bots and from DMPRs that have a base tax of 10 plus. Remove alliances from bots and from DMPRs. A base tax of 10 plus. Right, none of that. Remove all health map from the map board. Adjust Imperial influence. Well, we've done that. Remove defending the HRE tag. It's not there. Remove any tag chits from Committee to Crusade. None of that. Pass the first player token. Yeah, so it's going to be Denmark. So I'll just put that down there. Not the best place to put it, because once they do get an idea, it's going to be right in the way, but I'll find somewhere else to put it. And then reset all round status markers to the event not taking space. Yeah. So, and we'll do them, put them in order of, well, the way they're sitting, to be honest. Denmark. Well, actually, yeah, Denmark, then me, I'm going to be second, and then Austria's going to be third player. Discard down to 5 action cards. Well, I'm okay there. I've got 3 cards. And there they are. 2 of which are useful. Another one I'm not so useful. Well, it's still not taking an idea yet, so I really just can't benefit from that. Yeah, so discard down, and then if it's the end age, then we go into that. So it's not, but there you go. Right. Okay, that's us done. We've got 37 minutes there, but it just feels like a bit to sort of stop the video, but it doesn't seem long enough, and by my standards. So, well, we're going to go back to the beginning and start drawing cards. Can we not sort of set that up and then cut the video, maybe, Grant? Review events, draw action cards, etc. Pay to keep action cards, pick replace missions, and then we're on the actions. So yeah, I think that would be good, and then I can come back to the new video by just jumping right into the actions, wouldn't I? So let me clear a bit of space across here, because I'll probably be moving along to look at things. So first of all, this is page 8, 4.1, phase 1, draw cards. We're going to reveal events. So we're going to draw event cards according to the chosen number, chosen scenario, normally equal to the number of players plus 1. From the top of the deck, and then reveal the first 3 and keep the last one hidden. Right. Alright, so events, and there's only 4 more. That's the ones that we've used before, so I'll just flip these over. So the first 3 are getting revealed. Back Army of Hungary, the Renaissance, Burgundian Succession Crisis. Okay. Right, well, this must be our card here then. Well, we're going to say, because we are... have we missed? Each faction was meant to get 1 specific event, wasn't it? So in the first 4 cards, we got... There's the Austrian one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got the Austrian one, the first 4 cards. Hold on. Our one's been used as a leader mind, a ruler. So there'll be 1 card missing here. So we've got our one over there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's Austrian as well. Right, something's wrong. Why have I not got any Denmark cards? Oh, come on. Have we not? So has there not even been a Denmark card went by? Is there any other? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards here. And then I've got my one that was removed, that's 12. There's not been a Denmark card at all. And there's 2 Austrian cards went by. Oh, I must have botched something. Oh, that could be a disaster. Yeah, all I've got in here is another Austrian card. Sorry, I've got 2 Austrian cards here. There's no Denmark cards at all. And this must be my card. Well, I'm assuming that we've blundered with the 2 Danish cards. Well, I know you've got the whole, you know, you could have the Denmark boat, or was it Callum, what was it? What was the other one? Kalmar, is it Kalmar boat? That's maybe not in here. Yeah. Let's try to work out if there's another way that the cards could have been removed, but I don't think there is. Oh, I'm missing something simple here. Right, let's look up the scenario instructions in the building of the cards then, and see what we get there. Ambitious Margrave. Right, hang on. Oh, I don't think this is wrong. I've just looked through. These are the first. Well, that's the 7 cards of the first half of the Age 1 deck, and the 8th card is my ruler, right? And all these cards match all these cards. I've just looked at them all. Every one of these cards is here. Now, I noticed the 2 that are in black here. That's my ruler, 113 1. And the Hungarian throne, which was the Austrian card, is 101 1. And it's in dark, it's in bold. So that's all they cards. And then for here, let me just look through the cards that's left and see if I've got all these. Yeah, and I've just looked, and all these cards are here. There's the 4 that we've already went through, and then you've got the other 4 that are up there. And again, this is sorry. And this must be my card. So this must be 1132. My first card was 1131. This is 1132. You will see that these are hang on. 101. Yeah, 1012 was the other Austrian one, which is in bold, but you'll see there's quite a few other cards that are in bold, so I'm not sure what the bold bit does mean now. So there's no specific Danish cards, and I thought there had to be, but well, I mean you're saying that, but I mean, where does it tell you, maybe, Grant? That tells us a bit there. This is construct an event decks, and that bit there. I'm sure I read somewhere that it tells you get 2 realm specific events per age per player realm. So it says here realm specific events for active player realms and bots should always be included in the scenario. Realm-specific events for active player realms and bots should always be included in the scenario. As normal, the first digit of the ID indicates which age they belong in, while the second and third digits identify the realm they belong to. The digit following the hyphen tells you if it is the associated realm's first or second event for that age. A scenario should always include all the realm-specific events for the active player realms and the relevant ages. Well, I don't know. Maybe I quite look in BGG, just someday maybe I've queried this. And I'm pretty sure... See, even there, this is for the scenario creation example here. After having twice played the basic 4-player scenario, decide to spice things up and change some of the player realms. Okay. No, I'm not gonna take that. I mean, that's... I'm just looking down the bottom there. Did it not say that... No, these are different events on the... I think that's just changing things up a bit. I mean, it seems to be right, but why is Denmark not getting their realm-specific events? It doesn't really certainly say anything here. Certainly not anything I came across here that explains that. I mean, it does tell you about using Scandinavian events, and this is what I was going to do at first, but I think, well, two things have to happen. You need to have the deluxe edition or the expansion to use it, which I have, but I just thought I'd rather not play with that for other people's, you know, if they want to watch it. And then the other reason is I think I would need the other map out as well. So it says, with the deluxe, this scenario may be played using Scandinavian events. Use Kalmar instead of Denmark bot using the same setup. Replace events as follows. So I don't know if these bring any specific realm events in, but well, I'm going to have a quick look. But I mean, I don't think... I'm just trying to think back to Bridger's bit as well. I just assumed there was Denmark events, Brandenburg events and Austrian events, but maybe that's not the case. Well, I'm kind of hoping it isn't, because that would be a major problem and probably make this playthrough a bit of a wash. Well, I've went and had a look in BGG, never found anything. So I've went and took the easy way out, chucked a question up on the Discord again. I can't see how it can be wrong, because I'm following... I've definitely got all these cards, so it must be right, but I don't know. I guess maybe looking for a reason to why. The other thing is I can't really compare to Bridgers, because he did use this. He played with the deluxe thing, because I remember having a little bit of an issue, because I think he needs to open up the second half of the map. He needs to have the eastern map open, and because he was struggling with something, had to get placed somewhere, and that's what it was. It was on the other part of the map. But so well, I guess I'll get somebody's typing a reply just now. So yeah, it's always really quick. It's so good. Yeah, I wish I wish there was Discord channels for all these games, and you guys were all standing by. Although it does make you a bit lazy and sort of think, well, I could just go and pop the daft question out there. So apologies for all that, but I appreciate all the work that everybody does on them. It's really good. Makes it easier for us to play, and I mean, they are complex games and whatever. So, well, let's see what's getting said anyway. Okay, so I got a reply from the designer himself, actually, saying that because the standard edition of the game doesn't include these events. So I think it's maybe when you've got to use this. These are the events that would be involved in it. So Bridger's game would actually be including them. Which is that's now making me feel like it's a bit of a shame that I didn't do that. But however, I mean it doesn't say that you can't play it this way, but it does mean that there's not any specific Danish events. So I think it's basically they're not included in the standard version of the game. So you need to have the deluxe or the expansion. Well, yeah, I would guess or the expansion. So that's fair enough. That's at least we didn't make a mistake. So we have been doing it right. So let's go back and carry on, get this bit finished, so that I can then move on to some gameplay again, which is what I want. So we know this is going to be our event, which is a bit frustrating. Although, well, yeah, it is still, isn't it? Although, yeah, it is great. Because I think I would probably like to see it. I have no idea what it is. So, and there's no realm-specific events then. Although I remember seeing this in Bridger's game. Look at this. You can either have 4 administrative, so he's an advisor, can give either 4 administrative or 3 military. And I'm assuming you've got to decide when you install them, when you enlist them, or whatever the wording is. That I seem to be struggling with a lot these days regarding what I want to say. It costs 4, but then that's 4 for a 4, remember? I mean, we've got one that costs 4 out there and it's only giving you 3, so... Well, depends what one you want to set it as, I suppose. Right, and we have a square and we have a triangle, so I'm just looking across there. Yes, a ruler is going to die at some point in this round. What is a square and a triangle? No, I don't think we've seen any triangles. I actually didn't. I thought there was maybe only the square, circle and the plus. That's good to know there's a 4th one then. Although we might have seen that before, to be honest. I've no triangles, and the military advisor's a square as well. But he's not got a wound, but a ruler is going to die. However, the thing is, this is going to have a ruler on it, isn't it? So, what we don't really want to see though is this getting played first. And the other thing is, it means that, well, I can't get Leonardo da Vinci anyway. I'm assuming when you take him then... Oh, it says it there. It says it on the card grant. You may then appoint Leonardo da Vinci either as your administrative or your military advisor. Right, okay. Well, the fact I can't play any of them anyway, is there any point really... Well, I'm not saying I can't play any of them, but surely I want to have this, because this is going to be a ruler replacement for me. Because the 3 cards I've got in my hand are not somebody I can appoint as my ruler. They're just the advisors. So, that's not any good. So yeah, I kind of need to wait for this card. So, okay. So that was phase 1, to look at the events. I mean, should we glance at them? I suppose War for Bohemia plays 3 rebels and add... Well, I don't know though, because... Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait, because I'm using the bot suggestion thing, so I could look through all this and it might be totally different what it says in the suggestion, really. Yeah. Maybe I should look up the suggestions to see what they're going to do, though. That probably is what I should be doing, but anyway. Right, well, leave that for now. Draw action cards. So going in turn order, each player then draws 3 action cards. And then you've got the next part is pay for them, and it costs 2 ducats each to keep them. We've got 3 cards in our hand, one of which we don't need. They're all diplomatic cards. I'm not sure what we need. I mean, okay, I suppose if we got somebody to replace our ruler, then that would then not mean that we needed to play that card, maybe. But it's got to be something with decent stats, really, isn't it? So what are we wanting then? I don't know. I think after seeing that stability increase card, I'd maybe like to see one of them. Looking at my power, I've got 5 in administrative, I've got 7 in diplomatic, and I've got 5 in military. So I think my first card I'm going to take is going to be a administrative card. Now, hold on. No, you've not done that yet, Grant. No. Yeah, and again, we are kind of still looking for a royal marriage and to be able to complete that mission. Needs to be in an HRE area, but so yeah, I might have a go at looking for one of them. We've still not seen one of them in the discard pile even, have we? There's no royal marriages came up at all. Right, so first card. In fact, I might just skip military and maybe just go 2 and 1, maybe. Because are we going to get a great? Well, we're certainly not going to start off with attacking anything. So right, let's pick one of these first. Commercial growth. Well, we had one of them before. That's good. Develops one of your small towns into a large town. The advisor's really good, but we've got a 3, haven't we? Yeah, we do. So that's 1. And you've also got to consider if you're keeping these. But I think you probably still want to keep them to be able to maybe use them to do the change national focus and then discard them. It's a shame that you've got to discard 1 more than you can draw. But, well, that's what it is. Will we go diplomatic then? I mean, I might go for one of each. I really would like to try and change national focus. Increase my stability though. Right, I'm going to go for a diplomatic, see if we can get a royal marriage. Spy network. Well, there is a ruler. That's right. I can add him as a ruler, can't I? 1, 3, and 2. To be honest, he's actually, because we've got 1, 3, and 3 right now. So he's not the worst. Enables these covert actions. Enables these covert actions. Support rebels. Target opponent must roll rebel dice for all. Yeah, I mean, against the bot, it's not. So discontent. Add 2 unrest to target opponent's towns. Sabotage reputation. Replace an opponent influence for your own influence. Yeah, that one's good. This is what I was talking about like getting rid of their influence. Okay. So I probably do want to keep these 2 cards. I think I'm going to probably want to keep all 3 cards, to be honest. Because it's not easy to get a hold of cards. So, and even if I come through halfway through the round and I say, right, I don't really need these 2 cards, at least I can discard them and draw another one or go hunting in the discard pile. So now, do we try again for a royal marriage, or do we try for the stability? Has there been any of them there and I maybe just not noticed or not really paid attention? Don't know what it's called, so no, it's not there. That's a tough choice, actually. I think I'm going to go administrative because I know I've got that new alliance I want to use, which costs 4 diplomatic power, and I know I want to use the subjugate, which is another 1. So that's going to eat through my diplomatic power anyway. So let's go for 1 more of these. Exceptional year. Well, that's good, isn't it? I've seen that one before as well. You may remove unrest from one of your towns or vassals and gain 9 ducats. Or requires administrative skill total of at least 3. Oh, that's good. We're good. Well, ours is 4. Ours is 4. So yeah, I like that. And that only costs 2 administrative. Commercial growth costs 2, and I've got 5. Hey, that's pretty good. Right, so well, do you maybe not want to keep the spy network? No, mind. He could replace your leader grant. Yeah, so I think I am keeping all these cards. Yeah, so it's going to cost me 6. Yeah, because I want to keep this, because if they draw, if the first event kills my leader right away, then at least I could use this to replace him. And it's not a bad substitute, really. Problem is he's a triangle, and there's a triangle out there that's going to hit him again. So that was 3 cards I'm keeping, so it's going to cost me 6 ducats. So yeah, money all of a sudden maybe not looking that great, really. What we got, about 10 maybe? Yeah, we got 10. But again, no loans. I think, again, looking at Bridger's stuff, although he was further on in the game, I think he's got about 4 loans at the moment. So, but I think that's something I probably shouldn't be scared of. Taking loans, I don't think it's something to be frightened of, you know. But anyway, right, is that it? Oh, pick replace missions. During this step, any player who has fewer than 2 missions in their hand may pick new missions. All players may also replace any of the currently held missions. Well, let's... yeah, the missions must be... The ones that we've got available must be way up here. So, and the ones that we've got in play, the thing is, I probably... Right, I'll bring them up here. I definitely want to keep this in play, because I'm going to be able to deal with this soon. Hopefully. However... Oops. Again, we're not getting the royal marriage. Still, this is not going to work. But who's to say maybe it doesn't appear in the discard pile, and then I've got a couple of cards I can discard to go and get it. So maybe. So I'm definitely going to keep King in Prussia as an active mission. So here are the other ones. Marching on, own 2+ provinces in an area that was not adjacent by land to your realm at the start of the game. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit away. Become the emperor. Moving on. Imperial religious unity. State religion is counter-reformed or Protestant. There are 4 selected areas that you have the same region. Yeah, I think again we can't start going Protestant until the next age anyway. So yeah, it does seem that. I mean this one's going to be sort of next doable possibly in the future. A bit easy. This one I need to look at more to see. But I think it seems like it's better to just keep this and the King in Prussia, and leave these 3. Again, and then once we do that one, once we get the King in Prussia one, it will open up 3 other, open up 3 other ones, so we can see, and we should be able to do that one this round for sure. Right, that's it. That's us on the actions, but that is me just over an hour, so that did work out quite well. And now, what do you want to do, Grant? Do you want to just stop and start again? I think I do. So I'm just going to cut the video here and just jump right back in with the next part. What is this, 32? So it'll be part 33. So I'll see you shortly. Cheers.